Hey, welcome back to the Vols for Life podcast. I'm Tim. This is my brother Bob. We'd like to thank you for taking time out and joining us. Really do appreciate that. If you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and hit that button for us. Give us a like on the video if you like it. And if you don't like it, give us a like again just to make us mad. So, with that said, Bob, we've got a few things to jump into. Big recruiting weekend down on campus. A few notes from the baseball and the basketball teams. But let's dive in right off the bat. Over 15 or so recruits on campus this weekend. They'll be leaving out early on Father's Day.
Right.
And the biggest of all will be our five-star quarterback, Zon Brandon.
That's right. He's already in the bag, but I think the biggest thing about him being here, it's not really about him as much as it is about probably the next biggest recruit here, the guy he's hoping to be throwing passes to for the next few years, five-star and number one wide receiver in the country, Tristan Keys.
Well, Tristan Keys is just a great wide receiver prospect. Of the four major recruiting services, three of them have number one. I think ESPN has a number two, but for anybody who follows it, ESPN's numbers are trash. You might as well. I don't see why they're still in. Talked about.
They do definitely have the fourth or fifth worst. Ranked recruiting service. They're way off sometimes on
They put
these guys.
No resources into it, but
yeah.
Tristan Keys is a guy who's he can take it long. He's got good speed. He's quickness in the box.
Yeah.
Good size, but above all else, his body control in the air seems to be his defining quality. He can really go up and get it. A guy that, honestly, on this team, with these quarterbacks we have on there between George, when he's got another year on him and stuff like that, and then Faison, in this offense, Tristan Keys could be a star.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and I hate doing comparisons because, especially when it's the number one wide receiver out there right now, but when I watch his tape, he reminds me a lot of Jamar Chase. I mean, he just seemed like a carbon copy of them when they're running around. But yeah, I mean, he does a lot of the same things very well. The two guys do. So I mean, not saying that's how good he's going to be.
No, but if you're 80% of Jamar Chase, you're pretty dang good.
Pretty dang good. So yeah, I mean, this guy could.
It's a pretty difference maker.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before. This class could be. It's still very wide open how good this class can be. What you want to do is get the guys who you think you got or going to get, and get some guys. If you can get 2 or 3 guys, especially a guy like Tristan Keys, if you can nail that one down, man, that would be gigantic for this class.
Well, yeah. Anytime you put together arguably the top quarterback and top wide receiver, you'll take it.
Yeah.
And considering that we're also in on the top running back,
it might help with that one too. Savion Hyder.
Yeah. But going to another Tristan, Bob, that's on campus right now, Tristan Gibbons. I feel like we're pretty good shape with this kid.
Yeah, he's a 5-star on 3.
247, I think.
Oh, 247. Yeah, it's 247.
But high 4-star on all of them.
Yeah, I mean, he's highly ranked on all of them. It looks like it's probably between us and Texas A&M. And, I don't know. I felt like it was 50-50. I slightly feel like we might have a chance with this guy now, a little better after getting married to Hobby. I mean, I just figure with Hobby, Coach Chop, and Coach Garner, man, that's some really good coaches and recruiters.
Yeah, Hobby had an excellent reputation as a recruiter when he was with Clemson. And, of course, obviously his time in the NFL with multiple teams, co-defensive coordinator while he was at Clemson.
Yeah.
This guy, he's got a resume that don't take a back seat to very many people. One that he does maybe take a back seat to is Rodney Garner.
Yeah.
But you get a kid on campus, you've got Chop, who's a fantastic recruiter. And then you've got, with the addition of Hobby on him, Bob, I think that's an excellent point. We can make a real move this weekend.
I would not be shocked at all if we don't make a big move on him. I, I just feel a lot better about it. I mean, if you was 50-50 and then you bring in another high quality recruiter and coach that position, to me it would.
It's going to make a difference.
If he truly was 50-50 going in, and then I feel like you got a great shot, and he would be a huge get for us.
Oh, monster get. Another guy that'd be a monster get would be a little bit more difficult because he's a flip candidate. He's committed to Alabama, and that's Zon Gibson.
Right. I mean, a big time corner. I think he's the 60s on most recruiting services.
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean,
three of them he's in the 60s, and one he's down around 90 something. I think.
Right. So I mean, that's
quality guys. Quality cornerback.
Yeah.
And you know, we don't. I don't think we put a lot in NIL on our secondary, but we do put a little bit more on our corners.
We do. Yeah. It does seem like we value that position more so.
And Gibson's somebody they targeted a long time ago, and they've not. After he committed to Alabama, they never let up because they thought he was still gettable.
Right.
And just getting him back up here shows, I think, that he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's some of our key recruits on campus. Well, of course, we got a few others. We got Zach Groves, who recently committed, another four-star defensive end. I'm sure he'll be getting to meet Coach Hobby this weekend.
Right.
And of course, we also had a recent commitment too, Luke Thompson, a very fast track star kid, a family legacy. Mother, father played sports for UT. Grandfather played for the football team. 3 stars. Some people kind of question him because he's not that highly rated, and we don't really go after a lot of highly rated safeties,
right?
For the most part,
we really don't. And like you said before, I think a lot of it has to do with NIL. There's gonna have to be a position or two that suffers. And
when you go heavy on some positions, automatically that means you go light on a few other
somewhere
positions.
else. Yeah.
And I think it's been obvious. I mean, I don't think Banks is the best recruiter in the world, but I think a lot of it's just simply the fact his safety room, I believe, to be the lowest monetary value in what the collective gives out.
Yeah, I do believe that's true.
And so it doesn't make doesn't shock me to see that they offer and try to get a few more DBs in the class because they're hoping to get 1 or 2 that exceed expectations.
Yeah.
And get them on the cheap. You may not be able to keep them on the cheap,
right?
But you get them on the cheap.
Yeah. I understand that philosophy, especially we get in-state kids. You figure a little bit more.
They get the in-state discount.
Yeah, I mean
it may not be huge,
right?
It could be a little bit.
Could be enough to swing the difference. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bob, let's quickly shift just a little bit just to baseball and a little basketball note, as well as a little football note too. But we'll get on that to the end. Baseball, we'll probably do a whole episode here in just a little bit. I'm not exactly sure the time frame.
Yeah, probably a month roughly, because that's when that Major League Baseball draft happens, and then we can get an idea of who we're going to lose.
Well, the roster is so up in the air right now.
Man, it could be totally different. But I mean, we'll say that currently we do have some. We're going after some big time guys in the portal. I mean, feel pretty decent about most of them. We should get some information real soon on some of them.
Oh yeah, we seem to be one of the hot teams, which is not surprising at all in the transfer portal. But we've had a few go in. We've had a few announced for the draft. We'll have some of our incoming freshman class to be announcing for the draft, so we don't know who we'll be getting. So we could toss out 50 different names right now, and 45 of them might not be, on the team in a month. So,
Right.
But we will put together an episode for that. Shift over to basketball just for a minute. No surprise, Zakia Ziegler lost his court case to have a 5th year of eligibility.
Yeah, that wasn't a complete shocker there. Maybe there's still a slight chance for that to still happen, though.
Well, I think there is. His court case, I always felt, though, was simply to try to get the NCAA to hurry up, because the rumor is they're going to add a fifth year of eligibility for basketball or for sports in general. And the quicker it gets done, the better chance that last year's seniors have an option to possibly go ahead and extend to a fifth year. Because, I mean, don't do them no good if they start just with this class forward.
Yeah, and if you're him, I mean, you don't want to just be holding your life on hold. Man, he's probably sitting there thinking, well, I could go do this, maybe go play Europe something, or get into a real work type job, or come back to school for another year.
Yeah.
You kind of like to, get this ball rolling.
Well, you would, but it's also, and who knows how the NIL thing will now work with this clearinghouse and everything. But are you looking at going to Italy or Czechoslovakia for $200,000, or come back to Tennessee for $1.2 million?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not real good on math, but I'm telling
You get those numbers added up pretty quick.
Right. Right.
But we'll still see. I don't think the door is totally shut on Zakia or Justin Gainey returning.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't bet in their favor.
I agree. I think
but the door's not shut.
Still unlikely. Yeah.
And let's look back over to football real fast, Bob. ESPN this week, or actually this day, I believe, earlier today, had a top 10 kind of for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Come out. They looked at it for the next 2 years, kind of give an idea of what the roster is incoming. And I mean, they looked at a lot of different things. But I think they had their Vols, your Vols, our Vols ranked.
Number 9.
Number 9, yes. Top 10.
Not bad. Not bad.
No, I'll take that. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in 2 years or 2 weeks.
Well, this is one metric that I feel really good about being accurate because it has us high.
That helps. And that is all you really need to say.
If we wasn't in the top 25 or number
trash.
20, then it's very flawed, and ESPN hates us.
Yes.
But today, they like us.
And that's all that really matters. And they had, I think, 4 other SEC squads in that top 10.
Yeah, I think Texas was 1, I think.
Yeah, number 1, actually.
Georgia 3. LSU maybe 8.
7 or 8, I think. Bama 10. That's 9. Then I think they had Ohio State maybe 2.
Yeah, Ohio State was 2. Oregon was very high.
Oregon was very high. Penn State was high. Notre Dame was 5, number 5. Clemson was in there in the top 10 somewhere, 7 or 8.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Maybe 6, I'm not sure. But those were your top 10. 5 ACC schools, 3 Big Ten, an ACC, and an independent Notre Dame.
Yeah.
That's probably fairly accurate. A lot of people think all fan bases are a little critical for every school, every team. And a lot of people give Heupel a hard time, claim he don't have a clue, whatever. And I'm thinking, have you not been watching for the last 15, 20 years?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's done a pretty good job.
I'm not going to say he's perfect.
Right.
But, my gosh, where he was at 4 years ago when he got here and where our direction is headed, and then we still got to get a few things better. There's no doubt about it.
He's got to improve.
It's a yearly thing.
Right.
But
you got to change make changes to make sure you adapt.
You got to adapt.
But I think he's willing to do that, and this is a big year to show that he's going to.
Yeah. Well, one good thing about it, he adapted early in realizing we got to have defense here, and he turned. It's funny. By the second year he was here, everybody talked about our offense. By the 4th year, everybody realized we had the top 5 defense in the country.
Yeah. And I think it'll be right there, pretty dang close next year.
We will be. We're not going to drop off too much on defense. The question is, can we bounce back a little bit on offense? So when we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see.
So I think that'll about do it for today. Once again, thanks so much for taking 15 minutes out of your day to join us. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, helps us out. We're over 900 now. We'd love to get it to 1,000. YouTube will send us $1.12 every now and then and help Bob pay back some of the money he bought for these mics and everything.
Yeah.
So give us a like, um, and tell a friend.
Oh yeah, and
It's,
share it.
we've got a
Anybody that would like this type of content, share it.
yeah. Here it is in the off season. We got nothing else to do. Let's talk a little ball football, a little ball baseball, basketball. Uh, what beats a big orange on a Father's Day, Bob?
Nothing.
Not much of anything. That's right. So go big orange.
Go Vols.